On Friday evening, students are welcomed to camp. The bonding process begins immediately as students introduce themselves and share their unique backgrounds. All of our instructors are public school teachers who work with students just like yours on a daily basis in their classrooms. These are teachers that understand what it really takes to make learning exciting and effective, and how to design a curriculum that has a real impact on students that come from very different walks of life. Our teachers' experience allows them to reach out to those students who need it. Every instructor is a caring mentor and someone who truly enjoys working with your students. After the welcome, the excitement really begins. Each student is given their very own computer system still in the box. Students can receive a desktop or laptop computer for the class. During this excitement, the learning really begins. The class is taken through the process of connecting all of the computer components to create their own working machine. By unpacking the cords and connecting each computer component, students learn from the very onset of the camp the importance and purpose of each cord, its corresponding port, and how the individual parts of the computer actually work together. The whole class gains not only a deeper understanding of the components, but has an immediate familiarity with the machine that they'll be using throughout the camp, and much greater confidence. At Instructional Access, we call this exciting first day of the program Christmas morning. The enthusiasm among students creates a perfect starting point for a great weekend to follow. Since the idea is to work from scratch, the next step for the students to learn is the process of loading the actual software that they'll be using for the class. By doing this, students not only understand how to install and configure new software on their system, but they get a first look at the industry standard programs they'll be using and an idea of how these integrate and fit into their system. At the same time, students will be learning all the basics of navigating the Windows desktop environment. Students will learn how to arrange and add icons, use and manage their taskbar, and how Windows menus are selected and used in their very first evening. The familiarity students gain in handling the software with this ground-up approach makes taking on the software's future challenges much more exciting and interesting. Any feeling a new student may have of computer intimidation is replaced by a sense of fun and the natural drive for curiosity. Suddenly, before anyone even realizes class has started, they've already learned to connect and set up their very own computer directly from the box. This is one of the spectacular things about learning in the free-form atmosphere of the weekend computer camp, as opposed to a traditional classroom. There's no line between the learning and the fun. We know from past experience that some students arrive with their blinders up. These students may have experienced other educational programs that felt like learning was being forced upon them or was impersonal or even cold. Many traditional university, trade school, and workshop seminar-oriented training programs use the same lackluster model, so the students may have the feeling that they're stepping right back into a class or monotonous training. Our goal is to spark a student's enthusiasm and imagination by changing this environment. Our teachers make interaction, asking questions, and even trying new and imaginative approaches fun and exciting. The camp relationship between students and teacher is much more personal, and the magic of learning happens as the traditional barriers many students have to learning come right down. Our instructors break through the barriers of the student-teacher relationship and are much more like camp counselors who have a unique opportunity to inspire. With this approach and the natural camaraderie of camp, your student can learn more in a single weekend than in some university or college programs that stretch out for weeks at a time. Our teachers understand that they have the advantage of being able to reach out to your student in an environment that's specifically designed with them in mind.
The youth that participated in the program liked receiving the computer systems, the printer, also receiving the software training, and knowing that after they left the computer camp that they had technical assistance that they could access.
One of the best things about the weekend computer camps is that it is so easy. And it is one of the best things also is that Instructional Access does all the organizing. They actually make the reservations at the location, at the hotel or the conference center. They work with the hotel on all the rooms, on all the meals. Basically, all you have to do is get the applications and get the youth there.